Hello everybody and welcome back to the second shelf and to a very special video, at least for me it is, because today is the 16th of May and it's exactly a year ago today that I uploaded my first video. So it's my 1 year anniversary on Booktube. Yay! And I thought I'll do to mark the occasion, a little chatty video looking back on this first year being on Booktube. So when I started a year ago, I had been watching Booktube videos before that for, I think about a year, maybe a year and a half. I discovered Booktube very late by chance, browsing YouTube about books and authors and writing, and I came across the first Booktube video. And I think it was a video from Max over at Well Done Books, who doesn't do Booktube anymore, unfortunately. And from there I started, subscribing to channels, watching them regularly, commenting on the channels. But it took quite a while for me to realize that, if I really want to be part of Booktube, I probably should make my own videos. And I thought of the idea, and mainly because what I really missed in my life was people to talk to about books regularly. Earlier, some years ago, I was in book clubs, in real life book clubs, and I always thought this was wonderful. First of all, because you talk about books. What is better? I mean, apart from reading, there's only one thing that is equally fantastic, is to talk about the books to somebody who has read the same book, and then you communicate about it, and everybody has a different opinion, and that's fascinating. And I really missed that aspect, that you could talk about books and discover new opinions about books. So these two things combined, the Booktube community and the fact that I really wanted to talk about books with people, made me upload my first very awkward video exactly a year ago. I didn't buy any fancy equipment. The first couple of videos I filmed with my iPhone. The only thing I bought was a tripod for the iPhone, which then I didn't use because I started filming like now. What I do now is film on my computer, on my Mac. Before I started making videos, I was thinking about, what could I bring to Booktube? What do I want to talk about? I watched hauls, I watched wrap-ups. And then, more or less by chance, I came across an article by Meg Wolitzer, a writer whom I really admire, in the New York Times. The article is always linked in the description box under all my videos, also today. And that article was called The Second Shelf, and she was talking about books by female authors, and how the covers were different when it's a female author, or that female authors got less reviews, and also that female authors, she has this very funny sentence in the article that she says, when Jonathan Franzen writes a book about a family, like in the corrections, it's the great American novel, and when I, in brackets, a female author, write a book about a family, well, then it's a book about a family. And I got interested in this idea about, female authors, the second shelf, which is a reference, obviously, to Simone de Beauvoir's The Second Sex. So you are not on the top shelf, but you are, on the second shelf. Not as good. It's, you have tennis and you have women's tennis. So you have writers and you have female writers. So I came up with the idea to call my channel The Second Shelf, and not only that, but also to focus exclusively on books written by female authors. So that's what I did for a year, and the funny thing about it, I didn't announce that, prominently. this is a channel where only books by female authors will be discussed, but I just called it The Second Shelf and discussed books that I read by female authors and recommended books, in sci-fi, the German Gem videos, which I recommended to German authors. And the funny thing was, because I didn't know how people would react, but I think most people didn't even realize, even people who watch my channel regularly, didn't even realize that all the books I talk about are by female authors. And I think that's probably a good thing, because I talk about books that I read, and they happen to be written by female authors. So it's not, I didn't want to be pushy about it and you have to read female authors, but I thought, well, I use my channel to promote books if I like them, or to review them if I don't like them and I can't recommend them. And they all happen to be written by female authors. So my first year, I when I look back now, in the beginning, of course, there's always this anxiety that nobody will watch your videos. And people talk about subscriber counts and whether you have a big channel or a small channel. And of course I was worried, because I wanted to make these videos for you. I wanted to talk with books, about books with you. So if there is no you, then there is no point in this channel. But I have to say, I reached, I don't know, 500 subscribers after a couple of months. And after that, I just didn't care anymore. Because there are people obviously out there who watch my videos, who discuss my videos with me in the comments. And I met people even outside the video, so I became friends with some of the booktubers I engage with. And after that, I don't know, it just didn't matter to me anymore whether the subscriber count goes up or whether I will reach, I don't know, 5,000 subscribers ever. I think the 500 subscriber mark for me was a kind of a watershed thing. And after that, I just thought, well, there are people out there watching me, and that's fun. So this was my first year. And when people ask me, friends of mine, what do you get out of Booktube other than sitting in front of a camera and talking about the books you've read? And other booktubers always mention the community aspect, and that's absolutely true, of course, because you get to know people, you watch other people's videos, they watch your videos, you comment, and with some people you have contact outside of the Booktube community, like I said. But the other really important part for me, and maybe, no, I wouldn't say more important, but at least equally important, was the fact that Booktube and talking about books and watching other people's videos really broadened my horizon book-wise. I discovered books that I probably would not have discovered without Booktube. And then I'm not talking about the hyped books on Booktube. That's one thing, and there are good books among those hyped books, but I'm not talking about that. But if you watch a lot of Booktube videos, you also think about what you might want to read and what you might want to talk about. So that's one thing that you broaden your horizon, because you're looking for interesting reads in order, to talk about them. But also you watch other booktubers and they have different taste, and they talk about books that at least I have never heard of. And I think that was fantastic. I discovered so many new writers and books, and also revisited classics, because there are, channels with booktubers who read a lot of classics. So that aspect, that Booktube really broadened my reading and how I look at books and how I choose books. I think that was equally fantastic compared to the community aspect. It was an experiment for me. I didn't know whether I would stick with it. I uploaded, I think in the beginning, 2 or 3 videos, and then I didn't know what I should talk about, and then there is a gap of almost 2 months right in the beginning, until I sort of found my bearing. You know, the weekly videos on Sunday in which I talk about books that I've finished from a previous week or started. I do tag videos, and you know, specific topics like the German jams, but it took a while before I sort of found my way in the Booktube community, and what I wanted to talk about. And that's something that will continue to develop, hopefully, because you know, you have new ideas, or you watch somebody else's video and you think, oh, that's a great idea to do something like that. So like I said, it was an experiment, and in the beginning I didn't know whether I would stick with it, and I think I uploaded about 60 videos in the first year, which to people like Steve Donahue is just laughable, because he uploaded like 6,000 in his first year. But for me, that's you know, a number that suits me, about a video a week, sometimes 2 videos, but not every week, but at least 1 video a week. That is a schedule that I can handle and that is suitable for me to make. So yeah, that was a bit of a chatty video about my anniversary. Congratulations to me, and thank you, all of you, for, you know, watching my videos, commenting on my videos, subscribing to my channel. It's been a real pleasure, and the experiment will go on. I will not stop after the first year, but I will continue for at least another year, I think. I can't imagine now not doing Booktube videos, but well, you never know. A lot of Booktubers do it for a couple of years and then stop, which, you know, I can understand. If you all of a sudden think, well, it's not my thing anymore, I don't see myself making videos anymore. But for me at the moment, stopping is not something that I consider, so I will continue bothering you with my at least once a week video, and sometimes twice a week. And I hope you will continue watching. Thank you again, all my viewers and subscribers. It's been a blast this first year, and I'll hope that we continue this journey together for, you know, at least a couple of more years. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this sort of chatty 1-year anniversary video, and I'll see you again soon with, you know, a regular video, just as rambly as this one, but more about books. Thank you again, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.